ready.
All right, here we go, people.
All right, here we go, baby.
Season 3,
Playoffs.
Week 15 playoffs.
Playoffs.
Playoffs? This is championship week, Nick, not playoffs. Not
Right,
yet. We're close. Next week will be playoffs.
right,
All right. Lane Kiffin, the big domino finally fell. And everything fell around him once he fell.
right, right. So he's at LSU, at least for now. You never know what's going to happen tomorrow, but, you know, he's the coach.
Unbelievable.
He wanted to coach. What do you think of this? He wanted to get paid by LSU and coach Mississippi in the going this
Yeah.
year. It's like,
He,
Lane, what are you doing?
he
Are
wanted to
you
stay
nuts?
there and coach him through the playoffs.
Right.
And
Lane.
Mississippi's like, get the fuck out. I'm sorry.
Right.
Get out. Get
Right.
out. And
Right.
then Jimmy Sexton, the Prince of Darkness,
Right.
puts a clause in his new contract at LSU that if Mississippi wins the national title, LSU will pay him $1 million bonus for
Right.
a team he's not coaching. How
Right.
beautiful is that? I hope they
Right.
win it just to stick it to
Right.
LSU.
Right.
Unbelievable. The thing with the SEC, they're like the Tigers, man. They'll eat their young. They don't care. There's
Right.
no loyalty among members of the same conference. They don't give a shit. It's
Right.
eat or be eaten, right?
Yeah. Do you think Greg Sankey, the commissioner, has a tough job?
Oh my God. Yeah, I think that's a tough job. So,
You know,
so here's
LSU ended up paying out the whole 54 million to Brian
yeah,
Kelly.
they had to. I mean, it was a bad
Yeah.
look, right?
Yeah.
And he's also a Jimmy Sexton client too. So Jimmy
Right.
probably said to him, "Pay Brian, otherwise you don't get laid."
Right.
Don't think that conversation did not happen. It happened.
Right.
So I knew he was going to LSU last Wednesday
Right.
because I talk college football wherever I go. So I'm at
Right.
a Friendsgiving last Wednesday, and a friend of mine's kid, I'll leave their names all mentionless. I won't mention their names. He's an LSU student, a junior. And I like talking to him because he's into the sports. And I said, "So what's going on?" He said, "Lane's done. He's coming here." I was like, "Shut the hell up. You don't know that yet." He goes,
Right.
"I do. I'm at a party with Whit Weeks, the star
Oh,
linebacker, last
yeah.
weekend, getting hammered. And Whit's dating Lane's daughter. And Whit says, it's done. He's coming to LSU. He's told everyone he's coming. His daughter's he told his daughter, and she's telling everybody, it's done. He's at LSU. And that was
Right.
last Wednesday. So this thing's been done for a while. I might have made it official this weekend, but it's been done for a while. I'm glad they beat Mississippi State. I was hoping they would lose and they'd be completely out of their season. Essentially, will be over for the playoffs, but it looks like they're ranked number 6, so they're definitely in the playoffs. And
Yeah.
they're moving on without him, which they should, man. I mean, come on. I mean,
Oh yeah, they've got to
he's
cut. They've
getting
got to
paid.
cut bait. They've got to cut him
Yeah.
loose.
Well, then you're recruiting. National Signing Day
Right.
started today. Was he going to be recruiting for LSU or Mississippi? Then you're in
Right.
like your enemy's house while you
Right.
recruit their players on top of it. I mean,
Right.
there's just
Right. The
so
whole
much
thing's crazy.
bad. It's just
Right.
bad. And so that's done, man. I mean, let's Kiffin's he's a carpetbagger. That's what he is. It's always been
Yeah.
that. Will always be that. All
Right.
right. So
But he's in Baton Rouge. He's in Baton Rouge. He's gonna be the coach at LSU.
yeah,
How do you think he'll do there?
he'll do fine. He's a good
Yeah.
coach. He's a piece
Right.
of shit human, but he'll do fine. Um,
Right.
and I think he'll win a national title there. As Brian Polian told us when I went to visit him at LSU, and he was with Brian Kelly, when they met the president of LSU, the president said to him, "Boys, tell me what you need. The answer will never be no." Hey, how do you think he's gonna do?
Right.
Even Nick Saban told him it's the best job in America. That's the reason why. Because
Right.
from the governor down, everyone's rooting for you, helping you. There's no dissension in the ranks there.
Right.
Everyone is LSU 100% all the time. There's no really other big school to root for in Louisiana. So that's it, man. So he's got all that on top of all the money, on top of all the commitments, on top of all the recruiting, on top of all the high schools, great football in the state. I mean, it's a great job. It's a top
Yeah.
three, four
It's the
job.
best. Yeah, it's a top five job, definitely.
And he's a good coach on top of it.
Right.
So when you marry that together, he'll win a national title there. But I think he's going to leave for Alabama when Caitlin DeFore leaves there.
Right.
And
Right.
they are going to be crazy when he leaves. He may not
Right.
make it out of state.
What about that crazy story? He was like, somebody tried to run me off the road or something like that.
Mississippi, yeah, whatever.
You
Give me
know,
a break. But you have police escorts. You're flying
right,
private jets. I don't want to hear that
right,
shit. All
right,
right. So enough of him. We're done with that guy.
right.
He's an
No,
idiot.
we'll never be done with him. He'll never be, he'll always pop up. But for tonight, we're done with him.
Yeah, and he'll be fine. 91 million reasons why he'll be fine. He'll be
Right,
fine. And don't think
right.
money didn't have anything to do with it. He even said
Money
his press
always has something
conference,
to do with it.
yeah, I don't even know
Right.
how much I'm getting paid. Bullshit, you don't know how much. Give me a break, man. You know
Yeah,
exactly how much you're getting paid. All
yeah.
right, so now the season's over. Last week. What any teams that surprised you or disappointed you? I have a list of a few. Do you
I
think you
have
can
two V's, Virginia and Vanderbilt. Those were two positive surprises for me.
okay? And,
Tony Elliott at Virginia and Clark Lee at Vanderbilt. They really
yeah,
did an excellent job. Last week, I thought, Vanderbilt just manhandled uh, Tennessee in Knoxville, just crushed them.
kicked him in the
You
teeth.
know?
That was a
Yeah,
beat down, which was
right,
shocking. I didn't see that coming.
right.
But
I didn't see that coming either. You know,
how
but
about in terms of disappointments?
oh, well, good South Carolina was nowhere to be found this year.
Yeah,
And and Clemson, they rallied a little bit at the end.
right.
You have to give them credit. They had a good November. They beat South Carolina, they beat Louisville, but um
Yeah, they're
they
preseason number three though,
yeah, they weren't,
and Penn State obviously they're preseason
right,
number two or number one, whatever book
right,
you're looking at. I thought UCLA as well was just
right.
abysmal. Florida, abysmal. Maryland, Auburn,
Yeah,
terrible, terrible. In terms of surprises, I mean, I thought Miami was better than I thought they were going to be. Um,
right,
Ole Miss, I thought was better than they were going to be, and A&M, I guess, would be the other team. A&M was going to be good, but I didn't think they'd be 11-1. I thought they would be like 8-4, 9-3, which is typical. Like last year,
right,
remember last year they lost every game in November
right,
when they were in first place in the SEC,
right,
and they just
right.
swooned. All right, so the coaching carousel is crazy right now.
Yeah, yeah. It's
It's
on full
insane.
blast.
So
Yeah,
once Kiffin leaves, then the dominoes start falling everywhere, right?
right. Then it's
Summerall's
like
in
a big
Florida.
Jenga puzzle and everything
Yeah,
collapses crazy.
yeah. Golish to Auburn, Silverfield from Memphis to Arkansas. That's such a. It's not even a lateral move. I think that's a horrible hire. They could have got the North Texas guy Morris. They should have.
Yeah,
Why they went to Memphis, a guy who's been perpetually 8-4 his whole life in a shitty conference, was a horrible hire. It could have been money. I don't know what it was, but they got like Walmart right there, man. I mean, they have
yeah. I know I know somebody and they told me to deal with Arkansas.
tell me.
It's a great job. It's got, like you said, the whole state's behind you.
Yep.
It's got plenty of money. It's they're all wild about the Hogs. There's just one problem. There's no players in this state. I
Right.
mean, you really got to scavenge for players,
Okay.
and
So
it's
high
a big
school's weak.
problem. Yeah,
Well, Texas is right next to it, and
right,
Texas is huge.
right,
24, it's 1,000 miles across Texas, and they
right,
got players everywhere. So
right,
you can go to Texas and get players. I
right,
think that's pretty weak sauce.
right.
Mississippi goes to their defensive coordinator, I guess Pete
Pete
Golding.
Golding, right?
That was a good hire because they didn't want to mess around and not have a coach come into
Right.
playoff time. How about Pat Fitzgerald of Michigan State?
Yeah, he knew he was
Good
off the
hire.
board, and you
That's a
thought he would do
good
like
hire.
what?
He's a good football coach, man. He won at
Yeah,
Northwestern big. I mean, he's
right,
an animal and an ex-player, and obviously had some
right,
issues there with hazing and some of the
right.
shit he did, but he can coach football. You got to deal with the
Yeah,
antics, but he can coach some football.
yeah. And
Um,
and Michigan State, they just cut that $30 million plus check to Jonathan Smith,
yeah,
and said, yeah,
33
thanks for
mil.
he was only there for 2 years, and
Get
they
out.
just said,
Here's your money. Get out.
yeah,
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 which is crazy. I mean, a state school cutting those types of checks is nuts.
right,
And then Chesney, who Penn State desperately wanted, a Pennsylvania native. I mean,
right,
I thought that was done. He goes to UCLA. Interesting.
right.
What do you make of that?
So I think what happened, I think UCLA was on him early. Like
Yeah.
they fired Deshaun Foster right before they played Penn State.
Yeah, it was like
And
week
then Penn
3 or
State
something, week
fired,
4.
yeah. Then Penn State fired James Franklin after the Northwestern game. And I think they were UCLA was on Rob Chesney. They identified him pretty early, but as a guy they wanted, and I think they just socked him away. They flew him and his wife out there, Los Angeles, Westwood,
Yeah.
the
Beautiful
Hollywood
campus,
Hills and
beautiful
all.
area. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful area. It's beautiful. I
Fertile
mean, for
recruiting,
any of
big
us,
state.
anybody watching, or any between either of us, you go out there in November or December, and you're like,
Spectacular.
hey, man, this isn't
Spectacular.
bad,
Right.
you know?
Spectacular. And it's a big state with a lot of athletes. You can win
Right,
there. You can win
right,
there. That's not a horrible job. I guess they have some financial issues that they'll work through, but you can win there because of the state has unbelievable recruiting, fertile recruiting right there. Okay.
right,
Um, so I guess this gets back to Penn State and that debacle that was Penn State, who fired Franklin early to get a head start from everybody. Let's get
right,
in on it early. Let's get a
right,
head start. We're smarter than everybody.
right.
And they're left at the dance with no chair and no partner.
No, no, yeah, nothing.
Nobody, and everyone said, no, I'm good. Nope, I'm good. Nope,
Right,
I'm good. I'm good.
right,
And they got more money than anyone else, and they got that big ass stadium, and they got those huge donors, and they have the nil chest, and they have everything, great facilities. I mean, they own that part of the state. I mean, literally 50 miles any direction from that stadium, Penn State fans, you know?
right.
All that being said, they can't find a coach that wants to be there. And the AD, what's the AD's
Pat
name?
Kraft,
Pat
Pat
Kraft.
Kraft.
He is looking like doo doo right now.
Yeah,
And National Signing Days today, and they signed 2 recruits.
right,
This is going to affect them for the next 2 years, maybe 3 years. You can't go a recruiting cycle with 2 recruits. You can't.
right,
I'm sorry.
right,
And they're going to have to load up in the portal because they have 24 seniors leaving or, people graduating out, right? They're going to have at least 30 portals, right?
right,
And they have 2 recruits coming in. They're going to
right,
need 115 on a team now. If you full scholarship, 115. They're going to have to get 50 to 60 guys in the portal to fill the whole team. That
right.
is insane.
Yeah,
And they still don't have a coach.
right. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do. I mean, I guess they were like, oh, this guy is definitely coming. Elko is definitely coming from Texas A&M. He's from
Yeah,
New Jersey. This,
yeah,
Chesney's coming. He's from Pennsylvania.
yeah.
And then I
Matt Rule,
guess
Matty
Matt
Rule is an
Rule.
alum.
They were like, oh, he went here. And and
Yep.
and everybody. Well, I guess not everybody, but Rule and Elko, they signed up with their old schools right away, you
Right.
know?
but they also were romancing Urban Meyer and Pat Fitzgerald, and they both
Right,
turned them down.
right,
Urban was close apparently, but it came down to nil commitments, and Penn State wasn't willing to commit what Ohio State commits every year. So Urban's like, I'm
right,
out. Um,
right.
so they got nobody. I guess Kalen DeBoer, they're really banking on him leaving Bama. I don't know. They make a run the playoffs. He's going nowhere, right?
That's a real long shot. Yeah, I
That's a
mean, they're
loaded cupboard,
he's not from
loaded
I
team.
think he's from Indiana.
Yeah, he's from the Midwest, to East, Northeast, whatever. But he's not. He's having a time at Bama. I mean, it's hard for him
Right,
down there. All right, I
right,
get why he would be interested in leaving, but the problem is he's got a loaded team, and his recruiting class is top five again, and they're loaded
right,
again, and they're reloading. Why would he go there when they have nothing? They are
right,
empty. And Franklin just stole 12 of your 22 recruits.
right, right,
And the portal is coming, and he's going to take another 20 dudes from your team.
right.
The guy you
Yeah,
fired.
and DeBoer, he's got to have a big set of coconuts. I mean, to take over for Nick Saban, you
Yeah.
got to be a guy with serious confidence in yourself.
We
You
love
know,
DeBoer. We've liked him since he was at
yeah,
Washington. We've been talking
right.
about him for 3 years that
He
we
was at
think he's a good
Fresno even
coach.
before Washington.
Yeah. So Penn State, they're just doing that stadium renovation too, $750 million renovation supposed to open up next year.
Right,
I don't think the stadium will be empty because the team's going to suck, but this is going to affect them for a couple years. There's no doubt in my
right,
mind. And they should have thought about that when they fired Franklin. They fired him and said, "All right, now what do we do?"
right,
It wasn't thought out very much. It wasn't okay. We fired Franklin, but we got Matt Rule done, right?
right,
We've gone
right,
back channels, talked to Matt Rule. He's coming. Let's fire Franklin. Let's get Matt Rule on a contract per se, right? A
right,
verbal, and then get him locked up and get him locked up before National Signing Day. Announced at least a week before, like LSU did. So all their recruits came on. Let's go. Lane Kiffin, you're at LSU? Come on. You know,
right,
if you do that, that's why all these coaches got hired this weekend, Nick. National Signing Day is the
right,
only reason why. Because they needed to have somebody in charge to tell the recruits everything's going to be okay. Please still come here, right? Now, there's been a shitload
right,
of decommitments all over the country. I mean,
right.
Maryland flipped three guys today
This is
that were
just the start.
other places. Yeah, yeah,
Right,
yeah. And then the portal's already ramped up, and there's already 200 kids in it. Week one, 200 kids are already in it. So,
right.
um, let's talk about Shane Beamer, your boy.
All right, all right.
That
So
Now that roster's loaded as well.
right. So you know me, I'm not a big one for fire the coach, I'm
Right.
sort of like keep stability, you know. With that being said, I think Shane Beamer's got to go. I mean, you can't, I looked it up here. They were 4-8 this year,
Yeah.
1-7 in the SEC. Good South Carolina just didn't show up. They didn't show up in the bowl game against Illinois last year, and they didn't show up at all this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I guess they showed up in the first half against Texas A&M and College Station. But besides that, I mean, I guess they can't get rid of him for money, or they don't. Maybe they're
Pause.
saying we don't have a replacement for him,
Yeah.
so we're going to run it back with him. But
He's still
yeah, that's
recruiting
it.
at a high level, man. He's got a bunch of dudes coming in this year. The guy
Yeah,
recruits. It's a
right,
lot like Maryland and Mike Locksley. They recruit, they bring in dudes, man, guys that could actually play.
right,
But come game time, it's just a different animal. They don't perform for their coaches. They don't. I mean, I have no idea. Maybe they put them in bad positions, bad spots. But Beamer is such a salty SOB, right? I mean, you hear him at press conference. I mean, he's just salt. He's rock salt, man. It's like, shut
right,
up. What are you
right,
talking about? He's just he's not a likable character. He's nothing like the old man. I mean,
right,
Frank Beamer was a lovable grandfather type.
right. Salt of the earth type
Yeah.
guy.
He's nothing like the old man. All right.
Yeah.
What do you, here's my feeling on A&M losing to Texas. I talked to some A&M people this weekend. Was texting back and forth with them. They are pissed they lost to Texas because it's their arch
Right.
rival. We want to
Right.
beat them in anything. We hate Texas. They don't see what I see, that it's a really good team like Ohio State was last year.
Right.
Lost the chance to go to the championship, right? They lost to Michigan, knocked them out of the Big Ten championship. It was Penn State and Oregon played in it. And, getting that 3 weeks of rest, getting a home game, a playoff home game,
Right.
and your quarterback, Marcel Reed, was battered against it. Did you see him? He was limping around
Yeah.
the whole game. He got
Right.
robbed.
Yeah. Where's that Texas team been all year? Who is that? Who was that
Yeah.
team?
They played hard that game. They
Yeah.
played, and Arch Manning looked good that game. I'll give him
Right.
credit. I don't think it's a horrible thing for A&M.
Right.
Imagine
Right.
if they
No,
would have
you
won, right? Great. We're 12-0. Now we got to go play Georgia in Atlanta. Good
right.
luck with that. They're going to
Right.
beat you up even more. You may not have Marcel Reed for the NCAA, the playoffs, which is all that really should matter to you.
Right.
What are we thinking here? So I think I talked one of them off the ledge to say, yeah, I think you're right. This might work out for us. But a lot of them are like, fuck that. We want to beat Texas. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I
I
get it.
mean,
I get it.
yeah.
It's like, I get it. I understand
Yeah.
that. So,
But what you're saying is right. If you zoom out a little bit and
yeah,
get some perspective,
right.
they're in good position.
They're in great position. A home
You
game,
know?
you've been there, 108,000 fans, crazy, loud, hot. They're going to win that
Right.
game. I can promise you.
Right.
I don't care who they play. They're winning that game. And then
Right.
if they come as a six seed or even the seven seed, it's not horrible. I like their chances against an Indiana, A&M. Totally
Yeah.
like their chance against Indiana, right? I don't like them against Georgia, but in
Right.
Indiana, yeah, I like their chance against the Texas. What did they play Texas Tech in the second round? How cool would that be?
Yeah,
Two
that'd
Tech
be a good
schools,
game.
right? But
Yeah.
they would beat Tech as well. So they're not in a horrible spot, man. I really don't think so. So I I,
Good
I think they're
thinking.
going to be fine. They're in.
Right.
They're good. All right. Let's talk to me about the bracket, Nick. What does it look like? It's really it's crazy right now.
All right. So we got, I guess, Tulane in the 12 spot, versus Oregon in the 5 slot. Um, Texas Tech in the four. Let me go through it. I'll start top to bottom. I'm sorry. First round, Tulane number 12, uh, going to Eugene to play the number 5 Oregon Ducks.
Hmm.
Now is Summerall coaching in this, or is he in
He
Gainesville?
is coaching.
Okay,
He is coaching. Yeah.
all right. And then you have number 9 Alabama going to number 8 Oklahoma in a rematch of the game they lost last month.
That'd be a nice game.
Right. And then you have Virginia number 11 going to Old Miss to play the Rebels. And then the last one is number 10 Notre Dame going to Texas A&M to play the Aggies, who are number 7.
In a
And then the four
rematch.
teams, right? I'm sorry.
In a rematch. They played each
Right,
other earlier in
right.
South
And then the four teams who are waiting in the wings are Texas Tech, uh, Ohio State, Georgia, and Indiana.
Bend. Right. And that could move a little bit. Like
Right.
Indiana's not going to, Indiana will stay in there, I think. But Tech, if they win, they'll stay. If Bama beats Georgia, um, maybe Ole Miss slides in there or Oregon slides in
Right.
there. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Right.
Um, we'll get to the picks in a minute, but those are really intriguing games, man. And Tulane's got to beat North Texas, and Virginia's got to beat Duke. So
Right.
If Duke beats Virginia, all hell's going to break loose because James Madison's getting in, and so is the Tulane North Texas team. And the AC will have nobody in the tournament, nobody, unless they
Right.
kick out Notre Dame for Miami, which they may.
right.
Um, so all
So
right,
there's still it's not nothing set in stone yet.
yeah,
I mean, only
right,
a little bit. There's going to be a lot of stuff happen over the next this weekend.
yeah, yeah. All right, impressed versus depressed.
All
Navy
right,
looked good again. Beat Memphis. I mean, Navy's really good this year, right? I'm gonna go
right,
see them next week against Army. Ole Miss, with everything going on with Kiffin, they still showed up and played well that game, man. That could have been a problem. Texas, we talked about, played really good against A&M.
right,
Miami showed up in that cold, that pit, and beat them pretty handily, man.
right. Played
38.
well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they played well. Ohio State played really good against Michigan. I thought Michigan would play better, to be honest with you.
right,
That was
right,
disappointing.
right. Michigan had some guys out, but yeah, Ohio State definitely drilled them.
And you love Vandy. I thought Tennessee would beat them. It
Oh, I
was
thought I
tough.
love Tennessee. I love
No, I meant
Tennessee
you
in this
love
game.
that Vandy beat the shit out of them. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, and they're going to be on the outside of the playoffs too, which is a shame because I love to see Pavia in that kind of big moment. I think he'd be
right,
really good. And then Oregon goes to Washington, which we thought would be a close game, and they beat them pretty good.
right.
All right,
So
so for the week, I was 13 and 11. You were
good.
8 and 14.
Right. Bad week.
Bad
All right.
Carolina showed up.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go. Let's go through the games. We both like the over in the Navy Memphis game. It was 28-17 and went under, which is crazy because we thought it'd be high scoring.
Right.
Um, I liked Utah. You liked the under. Utah won by 10 and the under hit. Nice job. We both liked Ole Miss. We thought they would show up, and they did. This was the whole right before the Kiffin news started breaking everywhere.
Right.
Um, Loved the under in the Iowa game, right at
Right.
Nebraska. That game was over, and the under was over in the first half.
Right. You texted me. You said, "Yeah, we're done."
The under's done, right?
I said,
Unbelievable.
"Right.
40 to 16, they drummed Nebraska. Matt Rule is just kind of limping around there with his new 3-year contract, his new extension. I,
That program is a mess."
they don't have any high school talent either, by the way.
Right.
When they were good, Osborne was in California, he was in Texas, he was in Florida, getting
Right.
dudes, right?
Right.
And
Right.
Rule's not doing that, and he
Right.
needs to do that because if you're recruiting local, which is great, you got all these local Nebraska kids. They're not good football players, and I'm sorry.
Right.
Um, Georgia Tech, Georgia. I like Georgia. You like Tech. Georgia won 16-9, but didn't cover. Good call on your part. We both like Arizona State. Thought they would show up at home in Tempe. They got drilled 23-7.
Right.
Arizona's pretty decent. Um, A&M
I
Tech.
love Dana.
I loved A&M too, man. I took Texas. I'm sorry. Remember me
Right.
talking about this. I
Right.
thought A&M would come out a little flat, and they did, and they got beat. And you loved A&M, but I thought it would be a better game, 27-17. I don't think the game was even as close as the score, by the way. Um,
Right. No. No. Yeah. No way.
yeah, it was a bigger win than that. It was bigger than a 10-point win. They dominated the whole game. Loved Indiana. I said it's gonna be 56. I remember me saying it's gonna be 55-3. You remember me saying it?
Right.
It was
Yep.
56-3. I missed it by a point.
Missed it by a
They
point.
drilled Purdue. You took the under, which didn't hit because they went way over that. Both love Stanford getting 32 and a half points. That hit. 49-20 Notre Dame beat them, but didn't kill them. Like we said, we thought the travel and everything involved in that game.
Right.
And Frank Reich would show up and make them play a little bit, but they still lost by 29. I love Florida. I told you Florida State's cooked. They're done.
Right.
Florida drummed them 20 to 40 to 21. And I talked you into taking Florida. I remember you were
Right.
teetering on Florida State. I also doubled up with the under, thinking no one's going to score, but Florida scored 40 points on them, shockingly. Um, I love the over in the Miami game. It didn't hit. It was 38-7. Over under was 51. You took Miami, great shot. Loved Michigan, the game of the week, but I also hit the under. because it was under 50, 44 and a half.
Right.
It was 27 to 9. You took the over, which didn't hit.
Right.
And now the game of the week over 2 years is 28 and 8.
Okay.
Um,
That's
Clemson,
great.
South Carolina. I told you South Carolina is done, finished. Clemson's going
Yeah.
to drum them. They beat them 28 to 14 in South Carolina by 14 points.
Right.
Great win for Dabo. I told you Dabo's got pride, man. He wanted to show something. Um, Texas Tech at West Virginia. I knew this would be a beatdown too, and they beat them 49 nothing. Just embarrassed Rich Rod at home. You took the under, which ended up hitting. I mean, 49 nothing was less than 52. West Virginia got steamrolled in this game. That they had nothing. Wisconsin, Mini. Love Mini in this game. And I also had a little money wager on this game on the under, which hit because it was a driving snowstorm.
Right.
You took the over, which didn't hit. Mini won 17 to 7. Even though Wisconsin had won like the last 2 or 3 games, they went in the mini and got beat on senior day. Love BYU in the next game. You like the under. The under didn't hit, but BYU crushed UCF. I
Yeah.
told you
Yeah.
they took,
They came from behind too.
yeah, and they were in Provo. It's cold. They were
Right.
leading in the first half. Then the elements took over, and then they're
Right.
done. The Florida boys caved at that point, lost by 20. Um, both loved the Tide, man, and they covered. Thank goodness, 27-20 over Auburn. That was a close game, though. That was a nail biter if you're a Tide fan. Um,
Yeah. What did you think about Kalen DeBoer going for it?
he had to, man.
Yeah.
I mean, the season's on the line. You lose that game, you're out of the playoffs. You're out of the SEC championship game. It was just. I mean, you could have got the three right and trusted your
Right.
defense, but Auburn had been moving the ball on them.
Right.
I think he wanted to kind of put it out of sights for a little bit, forcing them to hit to get a touchdown to tie the game. As opposed to a field goal. I thought it was big. I mean, you gotta have confidence in your dudes too. I told you I loved Oregon at UW, 6.5. You like UW.
Good work. Well done, Fernando.
Yeah, Oregon played well. They looked all the part, 26 to 14. A tough environment, tough game. LSU, Oklahoma. You liked LSU, which is a great call on your part. I didn't see that, but I took the under, which hit.
Right.
And Oklahoma won 17-13. And another nail biter. I mean, it was just that was a tough game to watch. I watched some of that. We both like Maryland, and they look terrible, terrible against
Yeah.
a team so bad at Michigan State that they beat us and fired their coach anyhow.
Right.
Right?
Right.
I don't get it.
Maryland lost 8 in a row, and or one of them had lost 7 in a row, and one of them had lost 8 in a row.
Right? Yeah. So
Maryland came back, but then they ran out of gas.
extremely disappointing. The
Yeah.
Terps finished the season so terrible. Vegas knows, right? 4.5 was
Right.
the over under on wins for Maryland. 4.5.
Right.
And I almost bet $1,000 on it back in September
Right.
when they beat Wisconsin. I was close. I didn't,
Right.
thank God, or I would have been like throwing shit off the TV. Um,
Right.
UCLA at USC. I love USC here. And I ended up picking the over. You took the under, which hit, man. I thought this would be a high scoring affair, but it wasn't. 29 to 10. They didn't cover by the hook. Unbelievable. Um, but good win for USC. They look to be a program on the rise
Right.
as long as Lincoln Riley stays, which I think he is, and he's at the #1 recruiting class today.
Right.
So
But
they're
that's
going
the
to,
way they always are. They're always like, "Oh, we got the best recruiting class. We got the best this. We got the best." But when it comes to playing football, they're not. They're sort of like, you know.
LA, baby.
Yeah.
There's football, there's the beach, there's beautiful
Right.
women. I mean, what are you
Right.
gonna do?
Right.
Football's probably third in that category, by the way.
Right. Right.
All right, for the year, I'm 149 and 137, 52.09%.
All right.
You're 118 over
Um,
130,
eh, well,
47.58%.
all right.
The lock lost. It is now 5-9. We'll
Well,
start calling it the
brutal.
fate of the week, I think.
Right.
Might be a
Right.
better call for it. But we're
Right.
back. Let's go.
All right.
I think we got 8 games this week.
Right.
All conference championship games, which by the way, I think the conference championships may be abolished in the big conferences because like Bama loses this week. Are they out of the tournament? I don't think they should be. They're pretty good.
Right. Right.
But the 3 losses, Miami could have beef with them. I mean, a lot of teams have beef. Notre Dame could have beef if they're out. Why are we out? I mean,
Right.
Andy could have beef with them. Why are we out? We got 2 losses. They got 3, same conference, right? So I think conference tournaments might be a problem next year. Like, I
Right.
think some conferences may eliminate them altogether, but we'll see. All right. We're doing every conference, and there are some ones that we haven't really covered much this year, but we're still going to pick a team for them. All right.
All right. End to end, baby. Pick them
End to
all.
end. Bookends.
All
Conference
right.
USA. Kennesaw State getting 1.5 points at Jacksonville State.
I'm
58
taking
and
Jack.
a half.
I'm taking Jacksonville State, baby.
So am I. Let's go,
Rich
Jacks.
Rod's old school.
Yep. They beat them earlier in the year too at home, and they're playing them at home again. So let's go. Double them up. All
All
right.
right.
Sun Belt. Troy at James Madison, 21.5 point underdogs, 47
Okay.
and a half over under.
Okay. I wagered on the Old Dominion Troy game like 3 weeks ago, and I lost. And Old Dominion demolished Troy. I think this is a deal where this is a two division league where the Western Division is like the Alabama schools, which is Troy's in Alabama, and the Eastern Division is mostly the Virginia schools. And I don't see James Madison having any problem with covering 3 touchdowns
At home.
at home.
Okay, so you like JMU there.
Yeah, I
I
know
do
it's a
too.
big
I'm going to
number,
pick
but
the over there too, though. I think it's
right,
going to be a high scoring affair. I think
right,
JMU is going to be geeked up for this.
right,
Um, they got an outside chance of making the playoffs, so they're going to stomp on Troy's throat. It's going to be
right,
a bad beating. That's what I
right.
think.
And Chesney's coaching at James Madison until they're out.
Okay, good. All right, you Mountain West Conference, UNLV getting 3.5, playing in Boise. These smaller conferences get home games, which is kind of cool and kind of I think
Right.
the big conference do the same thing, but whatever. UNLV getting 3.5 at Boise on the blue carpet. I like Boise here at home, man. I think UNLV's had a really nice year. 58.5 is the over under. I like
Yeah.
Boise here at home, and I'm also going to double it up with the under here. I think it's
Dan
not
Mullen's
going to.
done a good job out there.
He
I didn't
has.
mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. And he's been throwing himself out there for jobs too.
Right.
Mullen's been like, "Hey, hey, I'm Dan Mullen. You
Right.
forget me? I was at Florida. Come on."
Right.
I think Mullen, but maybe Penn State goes Mullen. Wouldn't be a
They
horrible
could
hire.
do worse.
A lot worse. Like nobody. Like they don't have one.
Yeah.
Like they don't have a
Right.
coach. That's worse. I
Right.
guess they could do Terry Smith, who's there now.
Right.
But I mean, Terry Smith didn't keep any recruits when he's there. I guess
Right.
the recruits aren't staying for a maybe, you know?
Right.
All right, what do you like that? You like Mullen?
I'm gonna go with the on the blue carpet, I'm gonna go with Boise State.
Right. They're good at home. The American Athletic winner gets in the playoffs. Big game.
Boy,
Huge game.
this could be a good game. I mean, this could be a really good game.
Yeah, both coaches are gone, but they're staying for this game. They're staying for the playoffs if they get in. And I am going to take North Texas here to go win in Tulane. I think North Texas is really good, man, and they're going to be a problem in the playoff. I think they're a problem. They can
We're
score
picking too
points.
much chalk here, but I'll join you and take North Texas.
Okay, it is all chalk. Well,
Yeah, I
they're
think so.
two
So
and a half
far.
point favorites.
Yeah.
Um, all right, the MAC, Miami of Ohio, getting 2.5 at Western Michigan. They played earlier in the year, and Miami, Ohio beat them, but their quarterback has stopped playing and is preparing for the NFL draft. So Miami is playing with their backup quarterback, and I'm going to take Western Michigan because of that.
Okay. I'm gonna just because I'm just gonna take the take Miami of Ohio just to take an underdog. So I'll take the I forget
Miami,
what their nickname is now.
and I'm also going to take the over in this. I think they score
Okay.
more than 44.5. That's not a lot of points. All right, now at the big boy schools. You ready?
Ready.
Saturday morning. Here we go. BYU getting 12.5 at Texas Tech. I mean, versus Texas Tech in Dallas, Jerry World.
This is the same game as earlier this year. I don't see BYU's got a good team, but I don't see him being able to move the ball. Do you?
Yeah, they beat them 29-7, I think, earlier in the year.
Yeah.
I love Tech here, and I love the under. I think it's a repeat
Yeah.
of the game earlier. That's
I'm gonna
me.
take the under too.
Just the under,
Yeah, just the under, baby.
50.5. All right, SEC,
All
Georgia.
right.
It's 2.5 point favorites now
Okay.
against Bama. We got to dissect this one a little bit. 47.5 over under. I know the SC doesn't want Alabama to lose, all right? They want it.
Right.
They want both of these teams in, right? And Bama, I think, is still in even if they lose, but it'll be a sweat job, right? But if they win, they'll both have home games, right? And whoever wins
Right.
this game will be a maybe not get a home game, but they'll be a top seed, top four seed, right? Best conference champion. You're one of the top four seeds. There's no doubt. Um, I watch the officiating in this game. I think there could be some shenanigans. Not
You think
not like
so, huh?
not like the Giants kicker, by the way. Did you see the Giants kicker on Monday night?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think that was shenanigans? I've never seen like
I
that in
don't
my
I
life.
think that's just ineptitude, but
No, no, no,
yeah.
no, no, no. That
Yeah.
was that was awful. I've never seen anything like. I digress. Sorry. All right, so I'm going to take Bama here because of the conspiracy that the refs are going to be in the bag for Bama. And they've owned Georgia. I mean, they've owned Georgia the last 10 years. They have owned them. I think they've only lost to them once in 10 years. I gotta, and that was the national championship game, which was great. But I'm gonna take Georgia. I'm gonna take Bama here, Nick,
Okay. I'm gonna take the over.
over 47.5.
Yeah.
All right, Big Ten. It is now. It was 5.5. It's now down to 4 points, four even. Indiana versus Ohio State getting 4 points, 48.5 over under in Indianapolis. Indianapolis is about 45 minutes from Bloomington from the IU campus.
Right.
Um, it's the game of the week, obviously. One and two
Right.
playing each other. I, I'm 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 going to take Ohio State here. I think the spread's dropping because it's bait. I think Vegas is baiting us to take Indiana or take Indiana. I think there's some money pouring in Indiana, but there is no way they can play with Ohio State, man. Ohio State looks really good. I mean, Julian saying this looks legit. I thought he'd have problems against Michigan, and he did early on, and then he started just drilling. Those two receivers of theirs they're NFL receivers. They're NFL all pros. I mean, they're
Right.
studs. And I'm also going to double it up with the under here too. I think it's a lower scoring game. I think both defenses are pretty good. 48.5 is the over under. So I'm going to go Ohio State and the under. What do you say?
Right.
Nikki, you locked up. We got two more games. Text me your pick. Nikki, Nikki. The hell? Your call has been forwarded to voice. Hang on, everybody. Trying to get Nick on the phone. His feed died. All right. I guess I'll keep moving on. I got Duke getting 2.5 points. I think it's up to 3.5 at this point versus Virginia. Um, I like UVA here. I think they realize if they win, they're in the playoff and they're going to play inspired ball. If Duke wins, the AC has got a huge problem that they are going to be out of the playoff. I don't think Miami's, maybe at that point they put Miami over Notre Dame. But if they lose, the playoffs are based on the five conference champions, the five highest rated conference champions, and then the seven at largest. That's who gets in the 12 team. And if Duke beats Virginia,
Right.
JMU, you back?
Yeah.
Duke, if Duke beats Virginia, then UVA, then the AC may be shut out completely, and then JMU gets in, and the Tulane North Texas team gets in. So we got a problem for the ACC here. If they should have somehow got Miami in that championship game, and
Oh,
then
they
them
screwed up huge.
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 If Miami and UVA play, champion wins, they're in. Everyone's happy. But by
Right.
putting Duke in there, we got a problem, right?
Right.
All right. So
Huge.
your camera's gone, but that's fine. I'm glad your audio's back. Talk to me about Indiana, Ohio State. We didn't finish. I did. I
Okay,
took.
so we're that right. This is the probably the best. Both teams undefeated.
Yep.
Um, Ohio State, like a boa constrictor, they just get their defense around you and they just, squeeze the life out of you. And then you can't. Indiana, they're in Indianapolis for the game. I mean, it's right next door to Ohio, so there'll be plenty of Buckeye fans there. But they've gone out to Oregon and they beat the Ducks out there.
They did. That's a tough place to win.
Yeah,
And there
and
wasn't a lot of Indiana fans there. That was all Oregon. I agree.
right, right. So I think Ohio State's going to win. I'm going to actually take take the under here.
The under 48.5. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It's a good pick. All right. What about the ACC? Duke getting 3.5 versus Virginia.
Oh boy, I like Virginia in this game.
You do.
Yeah.
I picked them as well. I can't see the AC letting Duke win.
Right.
Once again, conspiracy as hell. I get it. But I
Right.
just if they win, they're in trouble. They may get shut out of the playoffs completely. if they win, if Duke wins, because Duke's not ranked. They're not going to be ranked. They're not going to be ranked ahead of James Madison or Tulane or North Texas. And so that means they would have to stay out. The AC would get no one unless they put Miami over Notre Dame. And as of right now, they're not over Notre Dame. So,
Right.
all right. Um, anything in the RI? Well, what's the lock? I'm sorry.
No,
What
no,
is
it's
the
okay.
lock?
What do you like for the lock? What are you thinking about here? A lot of good games to pick through.
I really like Texas Tech a lot. Um,
Then
and
let it let
I love North Texas too. I just can't see them losing to Tulane, man. They're just so powerful.
I'm gonna go with the Mean Green too. Let's take North Texas.
North Texas,
Yeah,
favored by 2.5, right?
right. They'll cover that.
Yeah, I think so too, man. I mean, they're lethal, man.
Right.
North Texas over Tulane. That's a good pick. All right, plus 2.5. All right, all right, man. Any RIPs this week?
Not really. Well, I shouldn't say that. Eldon Campbell passed
He
away,
did.
who was a great basketball player at Clemson from Los Angeles. And he played 15 years in the NBA. He was a great, not a a Hall of Famer, but a great player. Had a long career. One of the great players at Clemson, ACC guy who we watched play a lot. So we just want to we'll just mention him and wish his family well.
Yeah, I did see him play a lot. I remember him. He was a dominant center, and I
Right,
think he was on those Laker teams that won championships, or was he in the
right,
dark ages of the Lakers when they were
right,
kind of crummy, right? It was right after
right,
Magic and right before Kobe kind of thing, or was he
right,
the beginning of Kobe, right?
right.
Before Shaq showed up. I think he was in there somewhere. Yeah, he had 15-year career in the NBA, man. That's
5 years
unbelievable.
is good. Yeah,
Yeah, that's not easy to stay in the
right,
league. The professional leagues in this country, man, when you're washed up, they discard you like trash. I mean, you are
right,
done. They don't care. You're finished. Get out, right? Don't let
right,
the door hit you in the ass. They use the players, and the players get paid to get used. I get it. I
right,
don't feel bad for the players. They make a lot of money, but 15 years is impressive. It means he was a serviceable, good player in the league. That's what that means to me. So, good job, Eldon Campbell.
right,
Sorry you passed away, and hopefully your family is going to be in fine shape because of it financially. I don't know what
right,
that whole situation is, but
right,
um, great player. Yeah, I,
right.
I remember him pretty well. I had heard he had died too. All right,
Yeah.
Nick, watch the games this week. We'll be
All right.
texting.
Yeah.
Can't wait, man. Should be fun weekend.
Going to be a great weekend of college football.
Yeah, yeah. And
All
then
right.
Sunday night is the selection show, everybody. Um, okay, Nick. See you, man. Bye
Okay.
bye.
Take care, brother. Good seeing you.